Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the What the Football channel. This is the BH and Scrubber Show. And on today's show, we are going to be doing a preview of the Commanders versus the Browns. And that is going to be a home game. We expect a home crowd. They're going to be super excited. We're excited for it. Uh, Tune in on Sunday. We do a live reaction show, play by play, right here on the channel. We get people in the chat room. BH will be in the chat room, and we're going to cover this Browns game today. Our injury list isn't too bad. It looks like Noah Brown is out, which really sucks because he does contribute a lot. And our boy B Rob is limited. I think Cleveland Farrell is going to be out
Yeah.
another week still. So and that Browns team, like they need their own hospital wing. I think it was 18 of them. So,
Yeah.
well, welcome, BH.
Well, hey, man, it's good to be here. I'm excited about the game, and yeah, I'll be there on Sunday while we're streaming it. And yeah, man, they got a lot of limited practice
Yeah.
all week, man. Even guys who were going to play hardly got to practice. I know that Nick Chubb was brought in. He's off the IR, so he's hit his 21-day window. I didn't expect him to play, and who knows, man? They're going to give him the full 21 days. I mean, for him, I hope he can come back. It was a gruesome injury, so. But other than that, they're having problems with their offensive line. Both their tackles are listed as questionable, they might play. They've missed some games. So I think, yeah, we're talking to Njoku. He's been out for a while, and he's questionable.
He's
I
their
mean, he
tight
could,
end, right?
yeah, he could play, which would, he's a weapon.
Yeah.
Just depends on how healthy he is. I don't know if they'd let him play if he wasn't fully healthy. But yeah, having, Jack Conklin and Jedrick Wills, their offensive tackles are a little bit beat up. I think the biggest surprise for me was Jordan Hicks, the linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He's not great, but he's really solid. He's one guy that's willing to go in and tackle and get in there, mix it up. He's not great in coverage, but he's really good along the line of scrimmage. So not having him in there is that works out for us in our run game. The Raiders managed to run against him pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, when you look at this deal, on paper, this is a good defense. Even with the injuries and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got Myles Garrett, who's a monster. You've got a game plan for him. No way you're putting a tight end out there to cover him or a running back. You need two linemen probably to box him in, or a lineman or a tight end, and he'll still win. He's just that good. So you just got to be prepared for that guy. I mean, and their linebackers are fairly solid now. With Hicks being out, they're affected there.
Mm-hmm.
But the Raiders ran on them, and I think that's what we want to do. And I think we'll have our three-headed monster. Like you said, maybe B Rob doesn't get as many, but Eckler's there, he's ready, and who's our boy?
McNichols.
McNichols, who went off, so he'll be there, and then Jaden will run too.
Yeah.
He'll have some design runs. When they blitz, he'll break out. He'll run those guys. He'll gas those guys a bit too. Like we always talk about, spread them out, then go up the middle. So their DBs are actually overall pretty good. I mean, they're not bad DBs. They're a little weak on tackling sometimes, which is good for us. They've been, I think that kind of hurts them in the run game. When runners and stuff get out on the perimeter, they're a little weak there. You can attack them. Schwartz is their defensive coordinator. He's a smart guy. I'm sure he watched the Tampa Bay game to get some ideas. That was the one game we struggled. I mean, that was our first game. It wasn't just Jaden Daniels' first game. That was the whole team's first game in that offense.
With Todd Bowles' defense.
Exactly. So guys are like, so Schwartz is a smart guy. So I think unlike our last two games, where the defense is like or okay, and let's face it, the Cardinals, man, not very good. But that's not our fault. hey, we whooped them. So,
Mhm.
they just gave us what they gave us. But I think this will be a challenge. This is going to be a pretty good defensive team. And I still think what we said about the Cardinals applies to this team.
Yes.
They're not great at any level. Even Myles Garrett doesn't make their D line great. He's a great player. And their linebackers are good, but not great. And their DBs are pretty good, but not great. And that, Jaden likes to, and Coach, Cliff Kingsbury likes to hit and attack at different levels.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to move it around, hit here, hit to the outside, hit over the top. We're not one dimensional. And there's nothing there on Cleveland's side that's going to scare us. Like, oh man, you can't run against these guys. Or, oh man, these DBs it's going to be tough. We're not going to get anything over the top on these guys. And there are teams out there that are like that and that we'll probably end up facing. But this isn't one of them. So, yeah, I think we can have success. We talk about regression, like how long can Jaden have those pass completion percentage? How long can we just keep getting third down and fourth down conversions? Hell, I hope it keeps going
to the Super Bowl.
Well, there you go. There's your answer. But yeah. So I'm just saying, let's just keep doing it, and why not? The team knows, they've experienced it. I think they'll just get some pushback this week from Cleveland, but I don't think there's enough there to stop this offense. Not the way it's been designed and not the way our players are executing.
Yeah, no, I agree. One of the key factors too is going to be it's a home
yes.
team. And I think the boys have been playing disciplined. And this is a tale of two different things. So we got a really good offense and they've got a really good defense. Now we've got a pretty crappy defense and they've got a pretty crappy offense. So it's going to be a matter of who does what. Now their offense hasn't been playing great. They got Deshaun Watson. They've got Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, and Elijah Wood. Their receivers are really good. They're not going to have Nick Chubb. The Browns O-line is beat up. They're going to struggle, but they're doing like us. They were trending a little bit, just a tiny bit, just like our defense is trending up just a little bit. And like you said, the same play for the defense that we did against the Cardinals, keeping Deshaun Watson in the pocket, not for too long. You can't give him forever.
Yep.
Enough in the pocket. You got to block Myles Garrett. Now, Myles Garrett has also been dealing with a foot injury that they say he's had since forever. So
yeah,
he might even be limited to kind of what he can do third downs or whatever he can do there. The funny thing about our defense and their offense is our defense is in passing yards, rushing yards, scoring points, whatever. We're 27th, 25th, 23rd. On the Browns' offensive side, their scoring is, and their rushing and their percent are all 27th, 27th, 23rd, or something like that. So we match up pretty close to that. The one spot they do good is they do very good on third down conversions, and that's a weak spot for us. So hopefully they'll be paying attention to that and not letting them get to that third down situation. I think they're going to be, Deshaun Watson's been not doing great, but his players aren't been helping him either. I watched some of that replay from, Amari Cooper dropped a couple, bounced right off his fucking chest and got intercepted. So they're not helping him. I think Amari Cooper caught a touchdown pass last week and there was a holding penalty, brought it all the way back and just screwed him. So,
it is.
Go ahead.
It's pretty, it's pretty bad on that side. To your point, two things, like we haven't been great at getting pressure. Now we got some sacks, maybe things are turning around, but we're not a great pressure team. They're awful. I was looking at some of their quarterback pressure rating. Man, their center does not do good. His quarterback, he gave up like 20 quarterback pressures so far this year. So he's a guy that can be marched back. So then here it's the same thing you said. Well, we're not that great at it. and they're obviously not good at it. So who's going to give in that battle? You know, maybe it's us. Maybe we can take advantage of it. And to your point too, like I said, they're dropping balls, they're having penalties. The pressure rate on their O-line, although it's really not their starting O-line, because man, if all their starters were in and healthy, this would be a different discussion. But it's just kind of who they've been having to use, and puts Deshaun Watson under pressure. And anymore, I don't think that guy's the runner even that he used to be. I mean, he runs and goes, but I mean, to be honest with you, Daniel Jones, I think, is more of a running threat than him. Not that you got to forget about him. So, but
I don't think Deshaun Watson wants to run it anymore.
No,
I don't think he even wants to do it anymore. And the poor dude, he's taken 19 sacks already. I mean, that's like, mirroring Sam Howell from last year almost.
Yeah.
Like
I know. Like he'd take his chance taking a sack than running downfield and getting his clock run or something like that. But so overall, and let's talk about this. Like you just said, this is a home game. And this crowd, man, we got to get hyped. They got to get hyped up for this team. They should be. Yep. There's a lot of buzz. I mean, and the other thing too is Cleveland Browns fans don't even want to see their team at home. So I don't think they're going. I don't think they're traveling to DC to see that shit show. Yeah. So maybe some local Browns fans, but there's no reason in the world, man, that stadium can't be burgundy and gold, man, top to bottom.
Yeah,
and it should be
good.
Yep, and this team deserves it. 2 big road wins. Like you say, arrows pointing up. The crowd should be there for them. So let's hope, man. We'll be there.
Yeah, we're going to be there. I'm excited for it. Going to be fun to call it. Let's just hope that trend continues. It's great when you're winning.
Yeah, let's keep going with it.
And not that we're used to, not doing great. So, fuck, I'll take this any day of the week, man.
Oh, yeah, this is so enjoyable in the last 2 years. What a grind. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, man.
Go Commanders. Thanks, everybody.
See you Sunday.